All right, guys. So the Golden Globes, right? We're going to talk a lot this episode about the Golden Globes and their implications and whatnot. But something really interesting, something really historic happened at the Golden Globes, and that is that Colin Farrell, who is a legendary. I mean, he's a great actor in his own right. I mean, I say in his own right. I mean, just outside of big blockbuster media. Because if you guys remember, he's been a part of the Fantastic Beasts franchise, and obviously he's now a part of the DC. Not DCU, but DC Studios as the Penguin in the Batman universe. But he's been amazing in films like Banshees of Inisherin and all these other great Oscar films. But he has won, and this is amazing to me. And I wanted to really do the segment to, of course, talk about Penguin Season 2 and whatever that means, but just to really say, this is amazing. It's amazing because Colin Farrell has won the Golden Globe for Best Performance by an Actor in a Limited Series, Anthology, Series, or Motion Picture Made for Television. Which, by the way, just going back to that Agatha point really quick, if you guys haven't seen, if you're watching the individual segment, I did a segment about Agatha All Along, whether or not it means, Season 2. And Agatha All Along was submitted into the comedy series, which people were like, oh, does that mean, Season 2 automatically because they didn't submit Agatha for the Limited Series category? And to that point, I'm fairly sure, and in fact, I'm almost certain that even if you submit your show for the Limited Series category, you can still make a Season 2. Case in point, Matt Reeves was talking about the fact that they are now seriously looking into Penguin Season 2. He reiterated that point very recently. We did a segment about this a couple weeks ago, but he reiterated that point very seriously. And he was like, yeah, no, we're now looking into how Penguin Season 2 can fit in with the Batman universe. So just because, Penguin was submitted for a limited series doesn't really mean anything in terms of Season 2. That being said, Colin Farrell has won this award. He won the Penguin, he won the Best Performance by an Actor in Limited Series as Penguin, as Oz Cobb. He won this category. And other nominees include Richard Gadd, and I don't know many of these actors, honestly, so if you guys do, let me know. And I haven't seen many of these shows either, so interesting here. But Richard Gadd, Kevin Kline, Cooper Koch, Ewan McGregor, and Andrew Scott. So, I mean, again, these are all fantastic actors in fantastic series, but Colin Farrell is the one who came out on top. It's amazing. So it really is, I had thought that the landmark moment for acting in superhero genre kind of television, or not even television, but film actually, was going to be Angela Bassett for Black Panther Wakanda Forever to this day. And again, I think, look, Jamie Lee Curtis, I think she's amazing, and her speech was awesome. The fact that she won an Oscar, and I, it wasn't, I'm one of those people, this is a whole sidebar, but I'm one of those people who didn't love Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I thought she did a good job in Everything Everywhere All at Once, and everyone did, but I thought Angela Bassett's performance in Black Panther Wakanda Forever was next level, And so I thought that was going to be a landmark moment for acting in comic book properties. It turns out, though, this might be it. And I know that, look, we've had many Jokers, right? Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix. So 2 Jokers win, Academy Awards for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor. But I think that, we're really starting to see now that these kinds of comic book genre properties are going to be taken much more seriously as long as, they're up to the standards, right? It's not enough to just make a Deadpool and Wolverine, which I love Deadpool and Wolverine, by the way, and just expect, Ryan Reynolds to be nominated for an Academy Award, right? Again, I love Deadpool and Wolverine, but if anyone thinks that Ryan Reynolds deserves to be nominated for Best Actor, I don't quite know. That's amazing, and I totally respect that, but I don't think in any world that would happen. So again, I just think that this is an awesome thing for Colin Farrell. It's an awesome thing for comic book properties in general. Now, does this increase the likelihood of a Season 2 is the next question. And I think if there were any doubts that there was going to be a Season 2, this all but dispels them. And again, this is all of the Matt Reeves comments aside, all of the Colin Farrell comments aside. Does this change anything? In terms of Season 2, I think that this actually probably increases the chances of it because, look, and I'm not saying that Joaquin Phoenix winning Best Actor was the only reason Joker 2 happened. In fact, there's something called $1 billion that happened, Joker 1 making $1 billion that really catapulted that into happening. But did it hurt? No, absolutely not. If you win, Academy Award and you get that kind of box office prestige as well, you're going to make a sequel, right? And in television, I think that if you win this kind of, Best Actor thing, then I think that Colin Farrell, who I think still has a lot to give with this character, I don't think he's nearly done in his run as Oz Cobb. He said, putting on the makeup is exhausting. And yeah, it looks exhausting. I mean, he just disappears in it. But I'm sure at the prospects of trying to win another Golden Globe, because unlike movies, right? It's not like I don't think has this ever happened where a movie, makes wins an actor an Academy Award, and then the sequel they win it again. In fact, I think very rarely do we have actors acting in movies that do get sequels, but that win the Best Actor awards at the Oscars. But for television, I think it's much more common, right? I think that you can win that award many, many, many times, win these awards many, many times. So I think that if Colin Farrell is chasing prestige, and I don't know anything about Colin Farrell in general, but I think that the thought of, let's do it again, let's run it back, I think that has to be top of mind. So again, that's all me just speculating about it, but I think that it definitely doesn't hurt the chances of Penguin Season 2. So do you think, guys, that Colin Farrell winning the Best Actor in a Limited Series role is increasing the chances of a Penguin Season 2, or do you think that it would have happened anyways? Because I think it is happening, regardless of whatever we think. So do you think it would have happened anyways? And what do you guys think of Colin Farrell winning in general? I think it's awesome, and I think it's a big step forward. Let me know in the comments down below.